People always talk about the enzymes being helping them come back into alignment with themselves, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, just alignment overall. How would you say that your experience with enzymes has been bringing you back into alignment?
Yeah, literally. I remember like in the first few parts of it, I was like buzzing. It was like everything inside of me just came alive. And I was just like, whoa, I'm a human in a physical body and I have this amazing body and it wants to look after me and it wants to be elevated on a higher frequency. It doesn't want to be suppressed and like made not healthy or not fully living or flowing. So
Yeah.
and it's such an experience to cleanse. It's so much more, you're right, like than a physical thing. It's a full experiential journey that you go through over the 7 days. Like, yeah, it totally shifted me. I think it allowed a lot of parts of myself to really come through that were in the back or had been covered from stuff or like things that physically kind of like get trapped in the body. Because our body, I feel like our body really is like it's a reflection of what we've done to suppress our spirit, I guess, in a way. So when you can release those things, it's like, oh, the being just comes through more.
How would you say that the rainbow cleanse sort of changed your perspective of just the cleansing and detoxification process?
In a way. And you can travel in a different way that feels a little bit more fulfilling than having like kind of depriving myself in some ways. And yeah, I feel like I was able to really take the time to just let something work within me. And the way that my body reacted was just so different. Like it literally came alive. Like it was, I guess your body is still alive when you're cleansing. And I have heaps of experience in cleansing too. And this one was just different. Like the energy this time was so different. Like it felt like I was working with something. Well, I guess I was working with something living. So it was like this exchange happening. I was like on more of this moving journey instead of this really like hard pushing through, like gonna get to the end goal. Like it was more just taking me with it, like the enzymes. So, and it was quite psychedelic in that way, to be honest. Like I did have moments where I was like, whoa, am I like on mushrooms right now? Like am I on psychedelics right now? Because it was just so living. Like everything was like pulsating more. Everything in nature, my whole body was just like, it just turned like luscious almost. Like everyone's just like exuding. And I would say that is not the same kind of thing really, because fasting feels more, it's like more of a mental game, and like the Zen Cleanse felt a lot more emotional for me in my experience.
So I'm always curious, like how people experience that feeling of emptiness and what helped you work through it, which is why I was saying for the rainbow cleanse, if we ever did the retreat, like having people work with that feeling of emptiness rather than saying, oh, it's so hard. Like it can either be hard or it can be a super transformative process. Like it's totally up to you, which is cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's a choice.
Yeah,
I feel. And if you have the support there with people and we have a common goal together and we'll like hold it, a lot of things could probably come up or come through that we don't know, maybe. Because the whole cleanse was a surprise. Like everything it was a new journey. It was like going on this journey into the forest and then you're coming out with a new body.
Absolutely not. And what did you notice like changed in your physical body, like digestion or things like that after the rainbow cleanse?
Yeah, after I did the cleanse, everyone said I was glowing and I looked a lot different. And everyone was just a lot more, I guess I was way more magnetic in a way. And yeah, I felt very magnetic as well. I felt like I was floating a lot more, just more like ready for everything to come. My body, once the mucoid part came out, I noticed that I did lose weight actually. And after the liver one as well, I started to lose a little bit of weight and my skin was really amazing. Yeah. I feel like it was such a emotional thing for me as well. But physically, yeah, everything was just clearer and cleaner. And my skin felt really soft and my body felt more Yeah. I felt freer to move. Yeah. I know that. I feel like when you cleanse physically, it's making space in your life for other things to manifest, or other things to really come through. Because I guess a lot of time with food, even, we're just kind of, if it's not nourishing, intends this stuffing thing instead of like opening and allowing things to come in. So that cleanse really did open heaps for me physically, and then also like in my life for things to come in that I just, is exactly what my spirit was calling in. Because you really do go to another side of the rainbow, because it lets your intuition come through stronger. And physically, like your stomach, you know, when we feel bad, like we get this feeling like, oh, like butterflies or just like something kind of stabbing. So helping on a physical level to clear that is like gonna let the actual medicine, what your stomach needs to do, which is like an energy center, really. So that's what the Zen Cleanse does, I guess, because you're physically cleansing the body, you're actually physically cleansing the energy meridian centers too. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. You cannot put a price on health, because when you feel good inside of your body and good inside of where you are, this is your home. Like, our body is our temple. Like, it's worth more than any physical object or anything, because if you can live freely within here, everything else is fine. It's just like, this is what matters the most, our bodies. Well, yeah, our bodies and what comes through our bodies.
Absolutely. So I'm curious, like, did you have a specific moment that you felt like an aha, or like something that really shifted you? Like a pinnacle moment?
Yeah. Yes, shifted massively. After during the cleanse, it was like I had these like peak moments when I would just feel like really more in my body. And it would be like a place of where I feel like I was more connected like to my womb almost. And like this like more of this like primal energy was just really flushing more through me, which made me feel a lot more connected to nature, I guess. And then as well as, yeah, I just like tracking back, I can see where after the cleanse I was a lot more present with people. I wasn't like really like all like, my nervous system wasn't as like tense, and I could really like connect with people differently. And I started to see how my thing was actually creating more of an impact in like a loving way with them, and that really blew my mind. And it was, I don't know, it was just like I came closer into myself, into my heart really as well. And I've done other stuff as well, but yeah. And I went to a festival after the cleanse actually, and I bumped in coincidentally I bumped into this guy who had just done the cleanse on the exact same as well. Which was really cool. And he said it changed him heaps as well, and it was amazing to connect with him on that, because yeah, it was almost like a confirmation from the universe of the amazing work that it was creating. And it's a synchronicity in life too. Life was a lot more synchronistic after that, after the rainbow cleanse. And yeah, it just changed a lot. And my awareness, I feel like for myself, was a lot clearer, and allowed me to take actions further to do things that were more aligned with my spirit.
Really wild.
And that's, imagine if everyone did it. Imagine if everyone got into that space of just like cleansing, like it just allowing your bodies to come fully back into this balance, and then back into your own magnetism. Like everyone would just keep rising up together, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It will.
It's happening right now.
It is.
Yeah, I agreed. It's definitely about mindset in a way, or just like not letting your mind get in the way too much of what's happening, so you can just let your body do the work. I went through the cleanse really well, and I think I had, towards the end when I was doing the liver cleanse, I was freaking out because it was like I had this like really bad feeling in my stomach, and so I was like, oh shit, like I kind of got a little bit paranoid, but I kind of just like trusted that it was gonna be okay and just kept going. I did some enemas as well to help everything really come out, and that really assisted me in the process. So I'm glad I had enemas, because it let more come out that maybe I wasn't letting come out because I was so tense. So yeah,
Absolutely.
being not tense, you need your body to be relaxed.
Oh yeah.
So saunas are good for that.
Asking people, it's more about like, what do you do to create a better self and a better world? Less about the cleansing, or I mean, maybe it is part of the cleansing. Like, but like, what would you
It's a
say?
great question.
Yeah.
That's a really good question. Thank you for asking that question. I would say it sounds cheesy, but yeah, following your heart, following your pulse, like it says in the cleanse, actually. Like, it's so true. You have to follow your heart and you have to follow your intuition. And even if it seems crazy to other people or out of the normal mainstream or not what your mind is used to, you just gotta follow your heart. And in saying that as well is just like getting rid of the mind. The mind is so annoying. We don't need the mind as much. Like, the mind just messes with us all the time. And I feel like to be able to feel and to cry tears of joy, sadness, to laugh, to sing, to dance, like this is what it means. This is what it means to live, is to feel. And I'm so grateful to be able to feel and meet other humans that feel. And then when you feel, other people feel, and it's just this beautiful human nature thing that all of us, and yeah, being free to feel is the best thing in the world. Yeah, like the mana movement is really powerful. Like, it's next level. It's just like Zen Cleanse, like these two things. Like, I feel like I've been so guided in life. Like, something has always, like, by following my own intuition, like I'm always finding things like that are leading on to the next thing. It's just this quest of discovering and coming back home to yourself. And Zen Cleanse was a massive pillar for that.
I love